Hi everyone, this is Dr. Nitin Chhoda. I hope you guys can hear me. I'm doing a live stream after a very long time, and this is my nerdy new home office setup. And I haven't really spent a lot of time clearing up the background here. In case you're wondering what this is this is little cord that hides all the little wires that go up to a little workstation I have up there. But welcome everyone. Actually, let me do a quick sound check because I'm doing a live stream after a while, and let me do a quick sound check to make sure that the audio is coming through properly, and then I'll jump right into the content. Give me just a moment. So let's see if this audio is coming through properly. Give me a second. This is little cord that hides all the little wires. All right, I think my audio seems to be okay. All right, everybody, welcome everyone. This is Nitin Chhoda. I want to give you folks some perspective about the lessons I learned in 2021. And of course, as I start this, my phone rings, and I'm going to cancel that phone call. I want to give you some perspectives about what I learned in 2021 and my plan for 2022. I think that when the pandemic hit us in 2020, a lot of us had our lives turned upside down. A lot of us lost our jobs. A lot of us, for the first time in our lives, were dependent on the government for stimulus checks, for unemployment benefits. And I think that 2021 allowed things to get back on track somewhat. But I do believe that the way we handle ourselves this year in 2022 is going to shape the rest of our lives, and I'll tell you what I mean in just a second. First, let me share a personal story about what happened to me in 2021. Then I'll tell you my plans for 2022, and then I will share what I think you should do in 2022. So first of all, my story in 2021. My businesses continued to grow. I bought a lot more real estate. Financially, I did very well. I invested in the stock market. Some stocks didn't do so well, but I have the ability to hold those stocks and just ride it out. So overall, I would say that financially, 2021 was an excellent year for me. On a personal front, my mother passed away on the 10th of November, and my mother lived with me. And one of the biggest regrets in my life is I was so busy chasing chasing money, chasing other things that that really don't matter in the end, that I didn't spend enough time with my mother. So one of the biggest regrets of my life, I'm 43 years old, and I can tell you that not one of this is the biggest regret of my life is letting go of that valuable time. I squandered an opportunity to really spend time with my mother and take care of my mother. I didn't even get a chance to say goodbye to her. She just passed away in her sleep, and it's been really tough for me. It's been really tough mentally, really tough mentally for me. And I understand mental health concerns. I understand mental health problems, and I'm trying to put myself back together after the death of my mother. And so for me, the biggest lesson in 2021 was, okay, your job's always going to be there, your money is going to be there. Money comes and goes, folks. Money comes and goes. But the time that you have to spend with your loved ones, it could be your parents, it could be your spouse, it could be your kids, your friends, that time doesn't come back. It doesn't matter whether you're Jeff Bezos, whether you're Elon Musk, whether you're Mark Zuckerberg, whether you're Nitin Choda, whether you're you. It doesn't really matter. What we all have the same 24 hours in a day. So for me, 2022, I have three big projects in 2022. One is we are buying a plot of land, and we're going to build our dream house on that plot of land. And I am a big fan of a very contemporary smart home, glass doors, the whole nine yards. So I'm really enjoying my custom home construction project. That's number one. Number two, financially, my businesses are doing fine. This YouTube channel is a business of its own. I'm fortunate, I'm honored, I'm privileged to have a community that listens to me, that you're listening, that you're taking the time to listen to me. So I'll continue providing value through the YouTube channel, and I'll be teaching you how to invest in the stock market, how to buy real estate, how to start your own business, all of which I do. And I think the third priority for me is I'm going to start to reconnect with friends, with family, and I'm going to become less of the energizer bunny and more of someone who's trying to enjoy each day. So that those are my personal goals. Now, how does all of this apply to you? And what do I think your goals should be? I think that the first thing you need to do for yourself. Look, every situation is different, right? I think that you need to look at 2022 as an opportunity to set the stage for the rest of your life, because I think the post-pandemic economy, and I'm going to get really honest here, really, really upfront. I'm not going to hold anything back. I think that I think that all of us need to stop looking for another stimulus check, stop looking for more unemployment benefits, because they're not coming. Not because you don't deserve them. I didn't say anything like that, but because they're not coming. Let's just deal in reality here. So any channel that talks about the fourth stimulus check, it's nonsense. It's absolute nonsense. Any channel that strings you along and tells you that more unemployment benefits are coming, there'll be an extension of unemployment benefits, it's nonsense. I'm just telling you the truth. I believe it or not, I have enough respect for you to tell you the truth, and not string you along, because there are a lot of channels that will string you along. I mean, there are channels on YouTube that will just talk about the fourth stimulus check. There are channels that will talk about the upcoming stimulus plan. There is no fourth stimulus check. There are no unemployment benefits. We each have to essentially accept the reality that no more government help is coming, and we need to be able to go forward, and we need to be able to go forward and rebuild our lives. So I would say that that would be one piece of advice. The second is, I think that each one of us has within us the ability to be powerful, the ability to be successful, the ability to contribute, whether you work for an employer or whether you start your own business. I believe in American exceptionalism. I believe in American ingenuity, and you can see that from my videos. You can see that from my content, and you can see that since the time I started this channel. Now, here's the thing, though. Things You shouldn't expect things to happen to you. You need to make things happen to you. A lot of us are expecting help from the government. A lot of us are expecting stimulus checks, unemployment benefits, and I know some of you have no faith in the government. I get that, but I'm here to tell you that we shouldn't expect something from someone else. I think that we need to create our own opportunities. Now, how do you create your own opportunities? Let me start with my example. I'll give you a couple of quick stories here. I own two successful e-commerce businesses. When I started these e-commerce businesses, they lost money for the first 2 years. How did I continue? I had these 0% interest credit cards, and 0% interest for 9 months, and I would max out the credit cards. At the end of the ninth month, every month I would make the minimum payment, and I've done this for years. So at the end of the ninth month, I would make sure that the business had enough cash to pay off the balance in full, and then I'd go back to the same company and I'd apply for a new credit card, and then transfer the balance from the first card to the new second card, which effectively means I get another 9 months of 0% APR. So I would essentially float the bank's money to build my own businesses. I started software companies. I did that exact same thing when I had no money. So the point I'm trying to make is, if you're trying to build yourself financially, I think that you need to know how to use money. I look at each dollar that I own as a soldier that goes out at night and comes back in the morning with more soldiers. Your money is valuable. Please, please, please don't waste your money on things you don't need, on stuff that you don't understand. Now I get a lot of questions about, hey, should you buy crypto, should you buy bitcoin, should you buy NFT, stuff like that. I'm here to tell you that I believe 90% of your money, 90% of the money that you have, let's just say you have, I don't know, $4,000 in your bank account. 90% of that money, $3,600, should your number one priority with the 90% of your money should be, how do I keep it safe? How do I not lose money? Now you can take 10% of your money, and then you can, just, you can take a Hail Mary approach. You can say, hey, I'm going to buy crypto, I'm going to buy NFTs, this, that, and the other. But 90% of your money should be kept safe. So what should your plan be for 2022? Here's my advice. Step one, make sure that you have at least 6 months of savings set aside. So mm, let's say you need $3,000 a month to be able to carry on. You need to have $18,000 in your bank account in case there's an emergency. If you don't, your number one goal, your action item is to set aside $18,000. This is in this example. Number two, once you have 6 months of savings set aside, I think I have a water bottle here somewhere. Get it later. I think the second objective is once you have 6 months of savings set aside, I want you to now start to think about how you can grow your money. Remember, I talked about the soldiers going out, coming back with more soldiers. You can do that, but you can only do that once you have enough savings set aside. You cannot take all your savings and just um, gamble your money away. You can't gamble your financial future away. You are more responsible than that. All I'm doing is I'm giving you guidance. Look, I know each one of you is smart, is intelligent, you want to do the right thing, but you haven't had the right guidance. And so I'm here simply as a messenger and as a guide. There's nothing special about me. I'm a 43-year-old immigrant living in the United States of America. I have the fortune, the honor, the privilege of living the American dream. And the only reason, I mean, I guess it took me 20 years to be an overnight success. The only reason I have money is because I'm extremely disciplined. And I'm encouraging you to be disciplined with your money. So, step one, 6 months of savings. Step two, let's say now you have money that you want to invest, and let's say it's $5,000. Let's just say 90% of it, your goal should be not to lose it. Now, uh, the next question is, okay, what do you do with 90% of that money? You can buy stocks. If you save up enough money, you can buy single family homes, you can buy real estate, you can leave it in the bank at 2%, 3% interest. Your goal should be not to lose that money. With 10%, you can, again, like I said, you can take a Hail Mary approach, and I'll be covering this in more. I'll be exploring this in a lot more detail in future videos on our channel. In fact, I'm going to be launching courses on how to invest in stocks, how to invest in real estate, and number three, how to start your own business. Because there are two significant wealth drivers in the United States of America. One is starting your own business, which is essentially what's allowed me to be financially independent. And the second is owning real estate. I own a lot of single family homes all over the country, and I buy single family homes every other month because I believe that all of us need a place to stay, and the rent income. Here's the interesting thing: my mortgages stay the same. They go up a little bit, depending on taxes. Give me a second. I think I might be sneezing. I don't have COVID. Relax. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry. I don't have COVID. Relax. It's okay. It's just probably allergies. I live in New Jersey, and I think I get allergies around this time of the year. So anyway, so I think that at the end of the day, all of us need a place to stay, and my mortgages remain the same for 30 years, but the rent continues to go up. Every year, every other year. So I think that the real. So what should your plan be for 2022? Uh, I can share my plan. Number one, to continue to grow my businesses and to continue to buy more real estate. Number two, to not squander opportunities that lie in front of me every day that have nothing to do with money. um, Spending time with my 6-year-old son, my 3-year-old daughter, going out for a movie with my wife, um, talking to my brother who lives overseas in Australia, talking to relatives, talking to friends. um, because I think I didn't do enough of that. I didn't care for that, and I didn't respect that in 2021. Just being honest, just being honest. And so that's my priority in 2022. uh, my recommendation for you in 2022 is, number one, and I've covered this earlier. I see some comments about stimulus checks and unemployment benefits. Number one, please accept the fact that there will be no more stimulus checks and unemployment benefits. And any channel that talks about a fourth stimulus check or extension of unemployment benefits is just doing it for views and clicks, and they have no respect for you, and they're stringing you along, and they are. It's not true. Okay. Number two, I think that your goal financially should be to set aside enough savings for 6 months and then have a nest egg, and then take 90% of the nest egg and try and your number one priority should be to make it safe, and then take 10% of that nest egg, and then you can do what you want to do with it. And again, I'll be discussing this in more detail. I'm launching courses on how to invest in the stock market, how to invest in real estate, and how to start your own business. And number three, I think that at the end of the day, in my opinion, money is important. Look, let's not BS ourselves. Money is important, but there are some things that are worth much more than money, and that can lead to a significant amount of happiness more than money. And that is just living in the moment, enjoying a nice meal, going for a walk, going for a hike, spending time with your loved ones. And those are the things that we are starting to lose sight of, and I think we should regain sight of those. Look, the in 2022 the stock market's going to go up and down. In 2022 interest rates are going to go up, real estate's going to become more expensive in some cases, less expensive in some cases. Your credit card interest rates are going to rise. You might get a new job, you might lose your job, you might get a wage increase, you might get your hours cut back. Life will start to return to a sort of semi-normal. But I think if there's one thing this pandemic has taught us, it has led to a realignment of all our priorities. And I think that the new priorities for us should be: A, financial stability; B, interpersonal relationships. So I think those should be the things that we focus on going forward. So that was my quick stream, and I wanted to sort of let our viewers and subscribers know where I stand with all of this. Thank you. Thanks for the comments, everyone. But hopefully, listen, watch this video from start to finish, because I've shared something that happened to me in 2021 and my plans for 2022. And my recommendation for you would be to watch this video and start to create plans for 2022 based on this approach. Let me know in the comment section below what you want to see more of going forward on our channel. Do you want to see more content on how to make money in the stock market? Do you want to see more content on how to make money in real estate? Do you want to see more content on how to start your own business? I've done it all and I'm doing it all. I own multiple software companies. I own multiple e-commerce stores. I own multiple single family homes all over the country. I have a multi-million dollar stock market portfolio. I primarily buy and sell covered calls. I primarily sell covered calls, and I sell puts to earn cash flow on the stocks that I own. And I usually, when I buy a stock, my holding period is forever. I don't buy and sell stocks. I buy and I hold. That's the kind of investor I am, because for me, if you have conviction in an investment, whether it's Apple, whether it's SoFi, whether it's Coinbase, whether it's crypto, whether it's real estate, if you have conviction in something and you invest in something after doing a good amount of research, and you hold on to it, you like work through the bumps, you work through the ups and downs. There will be ups and downs, always. There's always going to be ups and downs, and you give it enough time, you should end up ahead. Because in the end, I believe in American exceptionalism, I believe in American ingenuity. And I had someone talk to me about a year and a half ago and say, hey, should I be investing in Alibaba or Apple? I'm like, it's a no-brainer. Invest in Apple. You're investing in American exceptionalism. We're investing in American technology. Yes, there's a lot of things we can talk about that aren't perfect about Apple and the way their phones are manufactured. But at the end of the day, um, I want to invest in our exceptionalism, our ingenuity, and I want to invest in companies. Apple's just one example, and I want to invest in companies that have the ability to envision a better future. Because at the end of the day, folks, the difference between someone who wants to reach a certain level, okay, someone who wants to reach a certain level and someone who is already at that level, it comes down to one word. The difference between someone who wants to be and someone who has been, and that word is vision. um, an individual who has the courage, who has the guts, the same thing, who has a courage and who has, I guess you could say, a little bit of insanity, a little bit, not a lot, a courage and a little bit of insanity to envision a better future. In other words, you say, you know what, 5 years from now, I expect this to be happen, this to happen. But an individual who has a courage to envision a better future, a different future, different from what they are in right now, is a person who can and should and often is rewarded, rewarded for that vision. For example, in my case, I buy a lot of single family homes. And right now, I think, gosh, I have to check. Right now, I think we own around 35 homes. My vision is to get to 100 homes in the next couple of years, single family homes. That's one vision. The other vision is, I believe that there are certain companies in the stock market. Apple is one of them, where I believe the best years are still ahead. I believe that if you thought that the iPhone, which I have one here, I actually have two here. If you thought the iPhone was sort of a, a, a huge innovation, I think the biggest innovations are yet to come. If I believe that if you thought Amazon, Facebook, Google, Netflix, huge companies that have changed, well, multi-trillion dollar companies, I believe that in the next 10 years we'll see 20 such companies, because I believe that the best days lie ahead. And so, anyway, my goal with the Ignition Time channel is to give you the news and to help you realize your American dream. And I've done this live stream after a very long time. I hope the audio is okay. I hope the video is okay. I'm doing it after a very, very long time. I am doing videos every day on our channel, as you can see, almost every day. But this kind of a live stream is something that I just, like I said, after losing my mother, it was a very tough period. I'm still recovering, to be honest. I'm still, sometimes when you lose someone you care for very much, and especially when you have time that you should have spent with them but didn't, and you squandered opportunities, a small part of you dies with that person. So it's not just, it's not just grief, but it's grief combined with a significant amount of regret. And so for me, 2022 is an opportunity to realign priorities. I'm going to spend more time in the gym. I'm going to spend more time uh, with my friends and family. And this is not lip service, but I'm going to spend more time with you. Yeah, I'm going to spend more time with you because I really love our community. I really do. I hope it shows. And look, guys, the camera doesn't lie. Look at my face. Am I lying? I am not. This YouTube community, Elliot, thanks for sharing, buddy. Oh, Lordy, this community, is very important to me. So you might think that, oh, you guys are getting stuff from me. I'm getting stuff from you. You might think, oh, I'm learning from Nitin. Nitin is depending on you. Nitin needs you. In a sense, I may be a messenger, but in a strange sense, you are my voice. And you know the the I think the challenge with the pandemic has been, although we've had what's the word I'm looking for, we've had an external onslaught of the virus, misinformation, division, and a lot of anxiety. Internally, it's created a significant sense of loneliness. It's created, forget about external, forget about Democrats and Republicans and Trump and Biden. It's all nonsense at the end of the day. It's all stuff done. I do believe the media. I don't think Fox News cares about you. I don't even think CNN cares about you. They really don't care about you. In the end, this is about our perception of ourselves, and I do believe that internally, for me anyway, I lost myself, not because of everything going on around me and the fact that I'm a deliverer of, I'm a messenger of news. Oh, let me just cancel this. This is one of my team members. Hold on. Cynthia, I know I have the call in 5 minutes. Yeah, I know I have the call in 5 minutes. Thanks. I actually have a call in 5 minutes. But I think internally this has caused a lot of division. And, excuse me, internally it's caused a lot of isolation and loneliness. Whether it's loneliness about, whether it's, isolation about money, about not being able to talk to loved ones, about having to say goodbye to a loved one, whether it's about unhappiness with your job. Maybe you didn't even realize, but now you realize you're unhappy with your job. It's created a lot of isolation and division from within. And so my goal, my goal with this channel, is to, number one, share my journey. Okay. Number two, help you realize that yes, you can be successful financially, and you also need to be successful in other parts of your life. And I think the country, the economy, our money play, all of this goes hand in hand. I believe in the end, if we have to be happy, we have to be aware of what's going on in the country. So I'll continue delivering news. We have to understand how the economy works. Interest rates are going to go up. I'm about to close on a huge loan for a construction project. I'm going to build a house that is going to be it's going to be a pretty good house. So for me, I want to do that before the Fed raises interest rates, which they are going to start doing. And I think at the end of the day, looking within and spending time with the people that matter. And for me, honestly, this channel is an important part of it. If you notice, I haven't done any live streams for a long time. That's because I was in 2021, I was off chasing things I shouldn't have been chasing. And over the past couple of months, I've been coming to terms with what happened with me personally. But now the priority is to get back and do more live streams. And by the way, guys, let me know if you want me to do a fancy schmancy setup in the live streams, or if this is okay. Me talking, decent audio. Got a nice little microphone here. I think that this simple setup with me talking with the audio, I think it's fine. If you guys want me to do fancy schmancy effects, I can. I don't mind. It's easy for me. I'm fortunate to have a video production team behind me. They're probably like, "What's he doing now? He's doing a live stream. He never even told us." That's how I roll. But if you want me to do more effects, then let me know. I can. But I think that I'll do more live streams like this, and I'll teach you guys how to move forward. I appreciate you very much. These live streams, believe it or not, are not just a way for me to try and motivate you, but these live streams are like therapy for me. They really are. Because I guess at some level you come to terms with the fact that your journey is not your own, and you're not alone. And I want you to know you're not alone, and you help me realize that I'm not alone. Okay, I appreciate you. I gotta go. I have this phone call in a couple of minutes, and I have to take that call. It's been on my schedule since last week, but I wanted to hop on really quick, do this live stream with you guys. I appreciate you. And make sure to click like, make sure to click subscribe. Please share this video with friends and family. My lessons from 2021 and my vision for you in 2022, and what you can expect from this channel. Expect courses on how to invest in stocks, how to invest in real estate, and how to start your own business this year. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I hope, by the way, comment below and let me know what you thought of the video quality and the audio quality, and whether you want me to amp things up with fancy effects and whatnot. I just haven't bothered to in this video. And I guess you guys can see my office, a bunch of screens, because this is my version of the Bat Cave. Some what is this? air freshener beads, and some books. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And let's see. Elliot says, here's some more therapy. My wife was a college professor. They were training her. So she retired to become a UX designer and just landed a job, UI designer. Super. Awesome. Thanks for sharing, guys. Listen, please share this video with friends and family. Tell others about the channel. Let's help grow our community. I appreciate you. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. Take care. Bye. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon in another live stream. Take care. Bye.